Hi everyone, and welcome to NameHero.com, the leaders in resale web hosting. Today I want to do a video tutorial talking about the number one reason why most reseller businesses fail. So it's a little bit different than my walkthrough tutorials and technical stuff. I want to talk about business here for a second. So I just recently published a blog post, and you can go read it at NameHero.com/startup, and if it's not on the top there, you can just search the one reason why most reseller hosting businesses fail. Now, I note through the blog post here that for the past 5 years before I started NameHero, I coached and trained some of the largest internet marketers, agencies, and advertisers through a private discussion forum as well as seminars across the United States. I learned a lot about entrepreneurs during this period of time in my life. Now, I got started working online in 1998, so I had a lot of experience myself before I started this coaching and mentoring business. But I learned a lot about other entrepreneurs and kind of how they think and how they conduct their business. One of the biggest things that I see transitioning from internet marketing to web hosting is there's a lot of the commonalities amongst entrepreneurs are the same. It's like the same people that thrive in internet marketing also thrive in web hosting. It's almost like any business you throw at someone that's going to thrive, they succeed, whereas the same people that fail, they fail no matter what business they're in, whether they're in affiliate marketing, internet marketing, web hosting. It seems like it's the same crowd. So I've actually spent a lot of time to research this, and through my own experience, I've seen this, and it's like, what's the difference? Well, the biggest commonality I see is that ones that succeed, they're the relentless ones. They're the ones that they don't accept failure and they just keep on going. I know this is easier said than done, but hear me out. The ones that struggle or don't succeed are the ones that always have the excuse, the ones that always are quick to give up. And I boil it all down to one word: consistency. So if you're going out and you're going to get on a diet, and me personally, I've been on many diets over the course of my life, and when you first start a diet, you're all motivated. You know, you want to lose weight or get in shape or whatever your goal is for that diet. Maybe it's lose 10 pounds, maybe it's gain 10 pounds of muscle. I've had both. You know, I've wanted to gain muscle, and I've also wanted to lose weight. So I've been in both ends of the spectrum. But regardless, if I'm wanting to gain or lose weight, if I just do the diet for a day or a week, nothing happens, right? I mean, maybe a half a pound or maybe even a pound, depending on how dramatic you go. But really, 1 week isn't a good enough aspect to gauge it. 1 month really isn't that big of a time frame to gauge it. Now, when you get into 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, you start to see results. That's the exact same thing, folks, with business. NameHero is my 7th successful multi-million-dollar internet company. And the only difference between me and anyone else is being consistent. I've started 7 businesses, and I've had 7 business successes. Now, I have failed a lot, but I haven't failed at a company as a whole because I won't accept failure. I won't stop. I'm very relentless, and I just will keep going. And there's some days or some months or some seasons that you feel like just giving up. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? You know, it's not moving fast enough, and, things in your life aren't lining up, you're running out of capital. I've had all that stuff happen. But how I've persevered is I've just refused to accept it. You know, I start running out of capital. Okay, well, I've got to make more money. Now, what do I have to do? You know, I've got to be more consistent. I think most people, most entrepreneurs, they really lack in consistency when it comes down to the marketing aspect. I put here in my post that it's not one blog post that makes it. You can't just blog once and say, okay, I wrote a really good blog post. I spent 6 hours on the blog post, and now I'm not getting business, so I'm doing something. I must be doing something wrong. It must just work for everyone else but me. That's wrong. You have to blog every day or every other day or be consistent with it. You know, publishing one video and putting it on YouTube is not going to make a difference. Publishing one Facebook post, one Twitter post, one LinkedIn post, that's not going to make any difference. But over a period of time, that's where you see the success come. Entrepreneurs by nature, especially the ones I've met, and I don't think it's any different, are ADHD by nature, meaning that they're always on to the next shiny object. But you can't look at it like that. You can't bounce around because you end up having a bunch of projects that never get done, or a bunch of companies or a bunch of ideas that are good or really good, but you never see them through. And that's the exact same in the reseller hosting industry. One thing we cannot deny, and one thing that we won't deny, web hosting is the beginning of the internet. Anyone that has a website, they begin with web hosting. I don't care who you are. To register a name, everyone needs a name. They need a .com, they need a domain, they need a web hosting. I don't care if you use services or software as a services and all that stuff, but eventually you're going to need web hosting. Eventually you're going to need a domain. It just happens when you run an internet business. So if you say, well, there's too many people in the market, well, I can tell you from running NameHero, the web hosting industry is very competitive, yes, but there's very few companies that do it right. So if you are one of those companies that do it right, you will be rewarded by the success. But then again, you're not going to be rewarded by the success by just coming in and halfway doing it. You can't look at the more competitive an industry is, the more consistent you've got to be. So the web hosting industry, you're not going to build a successful web hosting company in 6 months. You're not going to build it in 1 year. But after 2, 3 years, then you're going to start to see that success. As of doing this video right now, NameHero is going on 3 years. So January of 2015, we opened our doors and started accepting signups. It wasn't until July of 2015 till we started to get a lot of customers. It wasn't until this month, that we started to really just start getting over that hump of being a startup to really being a major player in the industry. It took time. It's taken 3 years to get where we are. But I'm looking at NameHero on 10-year increments. I'm not looking at it like it's been 3 years. I'm looking like we're 30% to my 10-year goal, and we're not even near where I want to be. But in 10 years from now, and 7 more years from now, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm building the business. It's not something that's just going to come overnight. Now, back in my former career in affiliate marketing, there was more overnight successes. Why? Because you're promoting other people's products, but you don't own anything in the whole aspect. I don't like that. You're making other people rich, and yes, you might get rich along the way, but at the end of the day, the only asset that you retain is the cash. So that's why I look at businesses like Reseller web hosting as more sustainable businesses, because NameHero is going to be around in 30 years from now. Many of those affiliate marketing campaigns that you create, they last maybe 3 months at best, maybe 3 months. Nowadays, maybe a month. Just because you're only as good to that advertiser, to that merchant you're promoting as the next person. Someone else comes and offers something better, then you're out. Building a web hosting business, you're going to be around long term because people are always going to need web hosting, especially if you're targeting your local audience, your local mom and pop shops. They all need websites. They all need web hosting. But are they going to get it from you or someone else? Well, if you offer the best service, then they're going to get it from you, and they'll be your customer for a long, long time. As long as they're in business, they're going to want web hosting because they have to have a website. If a small business does not have a website nowadays, they might as well just unplug their phones, because that's what drives business nowadays. The internet is the economy. The internet is the competitive advantage. The internet is where everyone has got to be nowadays, especially in 2017. It's not optional to have a website. It's not optional to have an email address. It's a requirement. So are you going to be the one to offer it, or is it going to be at NameHero? Is it going to be GoDaddy? Who's it going to be? So the biggest thing I want to get my point across in this video is that most people fail because they're just not consistent. And this is why we offer our packages. This is why we discount them so heavily for those that want to buy for 2 years, because we really don't want to work with the entrepreneurs that just want to sign up for a month and go about their way. We're looking for people that are serious and hardcore about their business so we can grow with them. Because as they're successful, then we're successful. We're not just looking to bring on resellers for a month or two here and make $39 a month or whatever our corporate reseller package is. We're looking at those that want to be with us for 5, 10, 20 years down the road. We're looking at resellers that want to come in and say, okay, yes, we want to grow our business with NameHero. We realize that web hosting is the water of the internet, and we realize it's going to be around forever, and we want to grow these businesses that are sustainable. That's who we're looking to work with here at NameHero. That may sound rough, but that's just how we're in this. We're in this business for the long term. I just recently said on our blog that I'm not in to sell NameHero. Someone could give me a crazy number right now. Any company out there could give me a crazy buyout number, and I will say no, because I'm not in NameHero for quick cash. I'm not in NameHero to do a quick buyout. I'm in NameHero to develop businesses and sustain businesses for the long term. I'm not in this for the money. I know entrepreneurs always say that, but if I was in this for the money, I would have stayed in the affiliate marketing industry. I'm in this to continue growing and helping other businesses and helping other entrepreneurs. So if you're not succeeding with your reseller hosting business, my advice to you is start being consistent. Start today. Okay, today I'm going to be consistent in my promotion. I'm going to be consistent every single day. You need some time off, so take the weekend off. Saturday, Sunday, take it off. I take Saturday and Sunday off. At 5 p.m., I go home. I take the evenings off. My team runs the business after that. I don't mess with it after hours, because there has to be some type of boundaries, because you will burn out. I take the weekends and the evenings off. I'm not around. I do watch things. If there's an emergency, I'm reachable, but for the most part, I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And I recommend you do the same thing. You have to set some type of boundary. But at the same time, if you're going to do that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you better be all hands on deck every single day. And not just when it's convenient for you, because some days it's not convenient. Some days you're sick. Some days your kids are sick. Some days you have to do what you have to do to make it work. But the consistency is what you're going to see you succeed. At NameHero, we have thousands of resellers on our platform. We have some that just succeed and grow. They're begging us for, hey, do you have new servers? We need more accounts. And we have others that, they just have one account and their businesses never really go anywhere. All because they're not consistent, especially when it comes to their marketing. They're not relentless when it comes to recruiting customers. And so those that aren't, they just never go anywhere. They just pay the reseller fee and think about it. Well, then the other ones are doers, and that they're going to go do it, and they're growing and expanding. So my advice to you today is to no more excuses. Get up. Let's say that we're going to do this, and let's be consistent. And that's how we want to work with you here at NameHero.com. If you have a plan and you're going monthly, consider going long term. That's another thing here. You're going to get the best available rate with this to signing up at least for 2 years. We'll do that because that'll hold you to some type of accountability. If you buy your package for 2 years and you know that, well, I'm in this for 2 years, I'm going to put that commitment up front. And that's why I like the people that sign up for 2 years, because subconsciously they're saying, Ryan, I'm so serious about my business that I'm going to go ahead and dedicate and promise 2 years to you guys. And then in return, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you succeed with your business, to help see you drive business and grow your company, and do everything in my power to help. Those that just want to come on and maybe a month or two here, maybe let it suspend because they can't pay the next month, those people are just never going to make it work. I don't want to say ever, but it is what it is. Hope this video helps. Look for some more motivational content and stuff coming. Make sure you subscribe to our blog. We're really starting to ramp up our content as we get ready to head towards the fall. I know summer's vacations are ending, kids are getting back in school, and now is a better time than ever to get your business going as we close out 2017 and look forward to a massive 2018. The time's never been better. The grass is green. The playing field is open. I hope you want to join us here at NameHero. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for your business, and thank you for your continued support. I wish you the best of luck with your business. And again, I'm Ryan Gray, NameHero.com.